Anyway, plenty of progress. Plenty of progress. Guess the only thing to do now is to get out of here. Continue on. Finishing just grabbing all of the diagrams that I need, which isn't too many more now. And then, on the case of Eskel and Lambert. And, ultimately, Yennefer's grand plan for Uma here in the walls of Kaer Morhen. The time is close to 8 PM. Here in the wonderful wilds of Kaer Morhen. 2 bears. Just there in the distance. Though, not necessarily speaking of bears, but of wolves. Wolf school gear. Yes. Is Eskel over that way? Interesting. But wolf school gear. I've decided I'm going to drop to the south here and pick up part 2 of this diagram. It appears there's even a marked path out up this way, which Geralt will surely guide us down as he is so familiar with the place. And then after which, I'll go a little bit cross-country, I suppose. Heading up this side to part 4, and then finally having all the diagrams in hand before being, well, let loose on the final trial with Lambert and following the tracks left by Eskel's horse to bait a forktail. That will be interesting. Interesting indeed. And we will get there. But first, hopefully before the sun goes down though, bit of a push, bit of an ask. Hopefully we can find the rest of this gear. At least part 2. Anyone else feeling a bit tipsy? Let's nosh some white honey, Geralt. There we go. Lovely. Some meditation may be required, but for now, let's just enjoy the view, in which there is plenty of it. Look at that, man. I don't know whether I'm just easily impressed. Oh, now we're close up. Doesn't look anywhere near as good as it does in the distance. But even the clouds, it's just, wonderful. Great stuff. But more to the matter at hand. Is that a cave tucked away there? It appears so. Roach, have a nibble. We're going for a gander. Not up there, but down just here. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, I am not just easily impressed. That is quite something. Wow. Keep surprising me. Anyway. Now with this torch, which I have easily found this time. And a deer that has run astray. Ogroid. Another troll. A runestone. If we can get done with the sliding around, thank you. And what appears to be a war room. Silver must be drawn, but here I am, just... What? Enhanced woven gauntlets. I'll take them, but as for the rest of this place, I wonder if this will have significance with Eskel or Lambert. It remains to be seen. You know what? I've got what I've come for. If I end up stumbling back into this wonderfully cozy little cave, so be it. It's not like it's going anywhere. Even with the blood. Oh wow. You guys having a look too? Unbelievable, isn't it? I know. What you're doing is how I feel. Just look at that. Roach. Oh, sorry, you're looking at the view too? Okay, well. Next on the agenda. Just east of the river. Now. Thinking with that, will there be enough shoreline to be able to have a quick canter up the side? Or should I approach from Morhen way and cross via the water? That looks flatter, looks more crossable. Let's see. Let's actually get up to the water's edge and then make a decision.
Move it!
Though, I was thinking of double backing on myself. But now I find myself coming down this snicket in this direction. And really, and I'm going to take my horse down here. This has got me awfully curious. Oh wow. I'm not seeing a storm brewing, but I'm hearing one. Well, that's clearly getting investigated. That's not a normal storm palette you might hear on a rainy day in SCAVENGER or something. Steel's for humans, silver's for monsters. What use with this? An umbrella.
It's cold. Unnaturally cold.
You know what, Geralt? You're taking the lead on this one, because I am,
Medallions jumping. Boulder must be saturated with magic.
How have you not found this before? Whatever this is.
Boulders form a triangle, affecting the magic aura. Thing is, who arranged them? Couldn't have been Lambert.
Well, based off that comment, it must be fairly recent.
An illusion.
Well, hang on, let's have a look.
That smell. Some herb grew here. A rust-eaten sickle. Herb garden. Probably cultivated by the mage in residence at Kaer. His magic made it a greenhouse, for a time. Could try to tune these stones. No point without some instructions, though.
Well, let's clear the illusion. Which reveals a letter from the resident mage at Kaer.
Pages, notes. Language is a bit archaic, but still intelligible.
Lesbeth, I'm very flattered by your interest in my humble greenhouse and naturally will describe to you how it works. Believe me, I've nothing better to do here. The witches being witches are tight-lipped, and even when they do finally say something, it's rarely anything very interesting. But enough of my complaints, let's return to the greenhouse. Greenhouse is, of course, merely a term of convenience, for this construction does not require any structure that would be called a house. It consists of 3 monoliths made of magic-absorbent stone. Basalt is best, or porphyry, but granite will do in a pinch. The monoliths must be arranged in a triangle, and then charged with energy from the elements of the fire and water. Since a triangle has 3 vertices, there is no way to lay out the powers symmetrically. And that is precisely the point. The unstable arrangement will strive towards equilibrium, according to the principle of the conservation of magic energy. Heat is a side effect of this process, and so, as they say in Beauclair, voila. Within the triangle, conditions become like those of a greenhouse, favourable to the cultivation of exotic plants. 2 last remarks. First, charging all 3 monoliths with the same elements will accomplish nothing. The arrangement will be stable and there will be no flow of energy. Second, the arrangement will naturally lose its charge over time, and thus must be checked up on regularly. Especially bearing in mind that once equilibrium is achieved, the temperature will fall and heavy precipitation will result, following the ancient principle quadrimagical yes, something along those lines. That will have to do for now. You're Hieronymus. P.S. Perhaps by way of thanks you could come visit me. True, the witches have made me swear on all that is holy not to reveal where Kaer Morhen lies, but you, my dear Elizabeth, can be trusted. Interesting. So let's just give that a glance properly. Arranged in a triangle, charge of energy, elements of fire and water. Okay. But a triangle has 3 vertices. No, nothing is symmetrical, so it's an unstable arrangement. Heat is a side effect of that process. Okay. So I'm just assuming Igni, maybe try some other signs. There isn't an ice sign, but there is art. You know? Let's see.
Gotta hit 2 stones with Igni and 1 with Ard. Piece of cake.
See, this is why I'm glad I have Geralt here. It's 2 stones with Igni, 1 with Ard, I believe. One. 2. And... oh, crikey.
One's clearly unhappy with a change in aura.
That was, I should have expected that. I've really not, thought a shot in a while, and it seems that putting this bloody thing away was a trial in itself.
How long are you gonna make me wait?
I've got to be careful here. I have no potions to back me up. Oh.
It's gotten warm. Very warm. Even exotic herbs could grow in this temperature.
Well, let's first check out the chart. Bring the... no shame. No shame. Don't know about you, Geralt, but quite fancy some roast chicken. I don't know where I got that idea. Right, yeah, so some exotic herbs could grow in this weather. So what's the implication, Geralt? Is the implication that we should return to the site of this anomaly in a few days? I agree. Completely. And I'm glad that we came down this way. Is there anything else worth just taking a gander at whilst we're here? This resident mage.
Seeds. Wolfsbane, I think.
Uh-huh. Very interesting. This isn't. Okie dokie. Down the way we go. Bit disoriented. Return there in a few days. Okie dokie. Well then, Roach. Any magic tricks? You gonna up here? Yes, you are. Thought I'd lost you all the way up there.
Come on.
Oh then, let's have a jolly canter down the way to the water's edge and make a plan on how we're going to head up that water's edge. Whether crossing over to the other side or staying on this side. So many ruins about what was. Of what was, even in a place as timeless as Kaer Morhen.
Whoa!
Now, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna cross over to the other side, I think. And leave Broach here. Could have done that more gracefully if I tried. Okie dokie. Is there any necrophage oil left? Yes, there is. Let's pop that on. Let's draw. Try not to get it wet. Clearly an illusion. Floating rocks. As for you, you never leave me waiting, do you? Thank you very much. Disrupted dinner. I did not drown as feasted on deer, doe, the things. Well, I gotta go to the other side now. That sounds like Endrigus bobbing around somewhere. Up there, thankfully. Hopefully they'll stay up there. I don't quite fancy some falling Endriger. Right, come on, you.
Come on.
I know we drown has been, well, drowned dead. Makes you wonder in a place like Kaer Morhen. Who are these? Remnants of former witches to be once upon a time? Who knows? Quite, you can really catch yourself pondering. Geralt has identified some hornwort. I thought that was honestly going to be a chest with a rusty Novigrad longsword. Alas, it was not. It was hornwort. And looks like I thought I was going to be a bigger slog than that, but it appears that we're here. A cove. Oh, I think I may have spoken too soon. I'm going to see. There's a way of finding this without going underwater. Want to avoid that dready crossbow. And two, well, to keep things, well, on solid ground. Any more cat to neck? Yes. Let's have a gander. Dwarven spirit. Not really lacking for that these days, but once upon a time was White Orchard. I can't remember if it was actually Dwarven spirit I was looking for in White Orchard. It's almost as if, is that it? It's almost as if there was like, really? It's almost like there was some kind of trading embargo on Dwarven spirit in White Orchard. By the nature of Vizima had just been taken over. Okay then. Looks like I'm going to be sorely disappointed. Oh, hang on, is this it? Oh, I think I'm in luck. Yes! Got the lot. Got the lot. At least I think I've got the lot. I think I do. I had a quest finish for that though. But it's good nonetheless. I've got everything I need. I think. Yeah. Okay then. What time are you on now? 11:14. Okay. Well, what's the closest thing? The closest thing is Eskel's tracks. Yeah. Eskel's tracks. Okay, let's do that. Let's get out of this wonderful place. Plenty of these wonderful places been visited today. Plenty of caves. Caves are what look like significance on the outset, but ultimately are not. Maybe it would be if I actually had the balls to go under there and face what lies beyond there, but who would do that? This beer's the hardest bit. Gotta get down the way again. Then again, I did say it wasn't exactly hard getting up here. Didn't make up my mind on that, did I? Alright, who are you? Always satisfying. And are you watching on, eh? You too, I mean. And off you go. Okie dokie then. It's a beta forktail. 300 metres away. It's good at a cross without breaking the horse's legs.
How you like that silver?
Wolves. Well, out has been the place for the Skull of the Wolf. Let's leave them be. And hopefully not run into a lesson in between these trees. That would be ideal. Now, the tracks Eskel left run out from the fortress. Geralt's intuition has brought him, at least down here, of which there are more tracks. Hooves. Okay. I find it very hard to believe that Eskel's come up here and not taken the Rivian Creek and the Kedwenny Stout. That may have been a poor attempt at pronouncing the Creek, whatever the hell it is. I'm not here for that, although I have taken it.
That's his horse. What's its name? Scorpion? Beautiful animal.
And we'll send something.
Eskel made camp here. Looks like he planned to stay outside a while.
Draconid oil. Well, I would take it, but it appears, well, you know, Geralt wouldn't take a fellow witch's, oil, would he? Ha! Wait, it's a nice cube. It was the last time I oiled up that sword with Draconid oil. It'd be a long time.
Footprints. And hoofprints. A goat. Interesting.
A goat. Alright. Color me intrigued.
Rocks. Tracks end here. Great. Could try to follow my nose. Can't smell Eskel, but there is the goat. Just gotta find a sample of its scent.
And there we go.
Bits of bark. Looks like Eskel's goat rubbed against this tree. A clump of goat hair. Ugh, the stench.
It's a lovely tree. No goat could resist it. Right, let's follow this. This is something that I could truly believe would hang in the air despite the conditions, the rain coming in and all that.
Eskel's tracks. The nose knows.
Indeed.
Didn't tie itself to this stake.
Supposed to be forktail bait. Guess it works for witchers as well.
As for forktails, bait them thusly. Pound a stake in the soil, bind a goat to it, then hide ye in near to shrubbery post haste.
Brother Adalbert's Bestiary, page 82. See your memories back in full, and sharp as ever in spite of your years.
You're as old as I am, wise guy. Don't let the gray hair fool you.
Good to finally see you again.
What a wholesome moment. And you know what? It's written all over his face. You too, Eskel.
You too. How are things?
Same old, same old. Another day, another drowner.
That it?
I'm a simple witcher wolf. Don't fight dragons, don't fraternize with kings, and don't sleep with sorceresses. Unlike some.
Ha! You know, there is one which you would naturally gun for, but the other two you must say are occupational hazards at this point.
Try to limit myself to the sorceresses from now on.
No doubt the most pleasant part. Though I'm not sure it ain't the most dangerous, too. Shh. Hear that? Incoming.
Well, it is close. Really? Ooh.
Lost your nerve?
Well, Eskel, I'd appreciate your expertise here. This thing clearly is just having a go at me. There we go. Let's, inconvenience you. Now, even in this Ursian armour, getting one of those horns straight up there with that amount of power, I'll be right in the gut.
It's taking off. Hit the wings.
I don't think there's any hitting the wings whilst it's... I don't even mention anything about a crossbow. That's if Vesemir's been pushing it onto you as well. If I can hard this thing reasonably so, I will. Are you keeping up?
Bleeding heavily.
From an artery. Blood's light colored. Can't fly much further.
Suppose Eskel's not used to fighting with just two of us, I suppose. Normally a solo thing.
Landed here.
Not very gracefully. Look at the tracks. It broke its wing, I think.
Hey, let me take the lead on this one. I think I might know where we're about to end up. A place of... Let's just say I wondered if we'd be back.
Fled to its lair, looks like.
Good. Means it's done fleeing. Gonna make a stand.
In its war room, as I've identified earlier. Let's next some more cat. Shed some artificial light on this situation. Let's have a look at you. Well, the good news is you're not going to be taken off. felt that one. I was about to feel that one.
Alright, let's collect the spinal fluid and get out of here. Cut into its back, just below the skull.
Spinal fluid. I'm taking Yen did not mention why she wants this.
Yen tell you why she wants this?
Mean you don't know? And that, doesn't bug you?
At this rate, I wish I could go backward and go with the sarcastic option. That would be easier and probably more apt instead I've boxed myself into this scenario. Of course it bothers me. Of course it does bother Geralt. But would he say that to Eskel? Would he also say he trusts her? Does Geralt trust her? I suppose Geralt does trust her to an extent, but... she's assuming her ends justify the means and all that. The way she's conducting herself here is frankly just ridiculous. But it's a very Yennefer thing to do by that same token. But what's to be said here with Eskel after a nice little fight here? Do you say, yeah, it bothers me? Or no, I trust her? It's Eskel, mate. Come on.
Of course it does. Don't see us lifting the curse without her, though.
Like that.
We could have gone to Triss for help.
Put it to you this way. If Yen can't help Uma, we can always go to Triss. She won't hold it against us. But if we'd done it the other way around...
There'd be hell to pay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Enough of this talk. Let's go.
You know what, girl? Nicely handled. Let's take the rest of it while we're here. Right. Ah, yes. I said I've been in it here before, so I probably should know the way out. Ta-da.
Hey, what do you say to a little race? Maybe see who's faster, Roach or Scorpion. And who's the better rider.
I have a thing against horse races. I'm doing this out of curiosity rather than making a decision either way here.
We shouldn't. Rather not tire out my horse for no reason.
I'm really bad at that.
Honestly can't see what all those dames see in you. You're a stick in the mud.
Oh, that's a great observation.
Stick, though.
Debatable. Let's go.
Yeah, would have done it anyway. We'll just wait to see what we made of that. And is he riding off like it's a race anyway? I'll race you back anyway. There we go. Ran me off the road. And home again, Geralt. Home again. And let's actually make sure to get here.
Come on.
Okie dokie then. I think Eskel may have doubled down on the fact that this wasn't a race. No, it wasn't a race, was it? No. It would have been a race if you actually got ahead of me. And I'd said it wasn't. We're just both doing what we'd have done if we were in your position. Right. Oh well then. Lambert is on the inside. Can have a natter with him at least. Now, will he be where I saw him last time? Last time he was tinkering about in the main hall. I mean, the time is 2:45. Will he still be tinkering about there, I wonder? We're about to see. Oh, look at it. Is that Eskel? Ah. So it was a race after all, was it?
Pulse weak, but regular.
As for Lambo, almost missed you there. Hello, Lambert.
What's this? Brewing potions?
No. Booze from potato peels.
For my welcome back feast?
Actually more like my farewell feast. Haven't heard? Madame Sorceress has requested I fortify the phylactery with power from the Circle of Elements. Says it's essential to lifting the curse from that monstrosity of yours.
And let's check Lambert for the first time, but it will certainly not be the last time, even in this same conversation.
Realize that monstrosity, as you put it, might be Ciri.
Yeah, I heard.
Uh-huh.
Mind showing a bit of sympathy?
I call him like I see him. That's how I am.
Let's push it a bit.
Irritating, you mean?
Thought you liked people with bitchy streaks.
So long as they're women.
Then you found the best of them. Enough about that. The Circle of Elements awaits.
Got an answer for everything. There's something to love about that. A resilience in the face of being prodded back at.
Don't sound too thrilled about all this.
I'm not. You know the trek to the Circle's no walk in the park. In more ways than one.
Let me go with you.
Well, might have more spring in my step with the famous White Wolf at my side. So, you ready?
Well... yes, I am ready. Though it's probably worth, well, doing some alchemy. Meditating a little bit. Shall we head out right on the dawn? Fully loaded, with all our potions and whatnot. And so I can actually get a little bit of shut-eye and a bit of rest, so I can actually come to terms with all the shade you're going to be throwing at me.
Gotta take care of something. Wait for me.
Sure.
Not afraid of silver.
Sure. Huh. That's a surprise. Because even then I was expecting a snarky comment.